you are continuing, again, to identify your customers, cultivate them through relationships and groups and community, and then creating more products that continue to serve and innovate as well. Thank y'all so much for this opportunity, allowing me to be here on this stage. This is a surreal moment, a dream that I've had for a long time since being in this TSP family, so I greatly appreciate you all for being here and listening. How are y'all enjoying the conference so far? Okay, great. So, thank you. But if you do not know who I am Gabby Goodwin, the 16-year-old CEO of Confidence and the inventor of Gabby Bows, the guaranteed non-slip hair barrette. Don't you just love when dresses have pockets? Anyways, yes. But I started this business when I was 7 years old, and that was in February of 2014. And I live in Columbia, South Carolina. South Carolina, where y'all at? Yeah! We up and coming. We up and coming in this family, I'm telling y'all. And people pay me for girls' hair care solutions. Shout out to Miss Brandy. But people pay me for girls' hair care solutions with our barrettes, our full line of plant-based Girls Natural Hair Care products, our own retail store and girls' salon that we own in our own headquarters. And we're able to remove stress from the hairstyling process, allowing families to bond over beauty. So through that, we've been able to save families in all 50 states and now 13 countries time, money, and frustration, reducing barrette and hair product bills by 75%. And with that, we've been able to save 5,000 families over $9 million just because of our hair care solutions. And through that, we're able to create easier and less dramatic wash days, unlike this.
I gotta do your hair. 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 I gotta do your hair.
How many of y'all were either the mom in that situation or the girl in that situation? I was the girl. So we want to be able to create an entire community. But most of all, I am a TSP kid. Thank you. I consider myself kind of the OG. I was, I guess, the first kid to come in this community. But me and my mom were one of the only one-on-one coaching clients that Mr. Lamar had when I was just 8 years old. So you wouldn't be able to have a six-figure by the 6th grade Gabby without Mr. Lamar and Miss Ronnie for their insight, their advice, and everything like that. So I thank them so much for that as well. Give it up for them. Also, for you all are my TSP aunties, uncles, sisters, brothers, cousins, whatever you might classify yourself as, and it's a really big family. I'm excited to be in every single conference that I come to. So, are y'all ready to learn how I became a six-figure sixth grader? Okay, we can have a little bit more energy. Are y'all ready? Thank you. So my first tip is to find a problem to solve. A lot of businesses start with an origination story and how they started solved their problem. So I'll share mine. My mom spent about 15 or 20 minutes doing my hair in the mornings, meticulously putting bows in my hair that match my outfit, because you know I'm a fashionista. Y'all see me. But my mom would spend that time doing my hair in the morning. She would drop me off at school, looking all pretty like this, and then pick me up to find that half of my bows were gone and that my hair was a complete mess. How many moms can relate to that story? And how many girls were frustrated they got in trouble for nothing? It wasn't my fault, my bad. It wasn't my fault that I was just running around on the playground and they constantly slipped out. They had poor quality, so they were not made for my type of thick hair. And also there was a lot of wasted money as my mom would go to the store every 1 to 2 weeks buying more barrettes, a lot of wasted time in the mornings, and also a lot of frustration. So I looked at that as a way to kind of create something. And my mom, had a lot of frustration pent up inside of her, so she went on Twitter to rant about how my bows didn't stay in my hair, the good old Twitter rant. And after her and many other moms were just talking about how terrible these barrettes were, our pastor actually jumped into the conversation and said, sounds like a market you need to break into. So my mom, doing my hair again, I don't know what color my outfit was, but she was just like doing my hair and just mumbled like, somebody has to make these barrettes. And sometimes I don't hear as well, but some days I also have supersonic hearing. And I heard that. I was like, so are we gonna make a bow? And she was like, oh, no, because she wasn't trying to start another business. She had just had my brother. My dad is going into full-time comedy at the time. She was and still is working a full-time job. So there's a lot going on, and you want to add another business to it? I don't know about that. But I found a way, or found some sort of inspiration through that. And because I not only wanted to stop getting in trouble for losing my barrettes, I also wanted to always inspire girls, especially girls who look just like me. And I saw creating this product as a way to do that. So I nagged my mom into starting basically this brand. I would be picked up from school. Mommy, are we gonna make my bows? Going shopping in Publix. Mommy, are my bows gonna be sold in Publix? Getting picked up from dance. Are we gonna make my bows today? Are we gonna draw anything new? And I'm sure you can tell, even if I was picked up from church. What did y'all think I asked? When are we gonna make my bows? And so I basically pushed her into what she thought was a science project. But because of that, we were able to come up with the design of the Gabby Bow. And with 2 years of work, we started our business, which was Gabby Bows at the time, in 2014 in February. And through that, they are the first and patented guaranteed non-slip hair barrette and guaranteed no more lost bows. This is how they are different. First off, oh, thank you. First off, they have two faces. You can always see the design. Unlike the regular barrettes or the previous barrettes that only had that one face, my grandma would be so disappointed in my mom when, the back would show when I was just, twirling her hair. You don't know how to do this so that the strip doesn't show. So we obviously kept her in mind in creating the barrette because she's a fashionista as well. Probably get it from her. And through that, we were also able to create a technology to where hair can be sandwiched in place so that the barrettes don't fall out. This is how they work. We were able to come up with is Gabby Bows. We have 3 different designs now in 15 colors. We have Little Lady, Sweet Pea, and Daddy's Girl. One small little micro tip that I also have is to make sure that you have a unique part to your product, to your service, a sentimental part to where customers can feel as though they are connected to it. So our barrettes are named after what moms and dads call the little girl. So that Little Lady, that Sweet Pea, and that Daddy's Girl. Many of you know my dad, bow tie comedian. Comedian Mike Goodwin, I don't know where you at. I think you're right there. Hey! But we created a barrette that was shaped like a bow tie and to basically honor him in a way, but also make sure that we were creating a sentimental value to our product as well. So making sure that you're also providing that feeling, not just the product itself. But thinking about the different problems that you're trying to solve, which are the 3 biggest problems, 3 or 5 biggest problems, biggest pain points that your product or service provides help for or solves. Write that down somewhere. Making sure that you know exactly what that is so that you can then serve it. Rate them, thinking in a customer's perspective, from 1 to 5. 1 being not that painful, and 5 being like really, 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 really painful. But making sure that you are kind of identifying them to make sure that you are marketing that to your customers. And then how does your product or service help them overcome that pain? You just heard from Ms. Kim earlier. She was talking about, are you a vitamin, are you an aspirin, for example. So making sure that you are helping them to overcome those pain problems and those stressing problems that have them up at night or anything like that. So not just thinking about ways that your product is helping you, but also market the ways that products can help, or your products or services can help others. So, and that's not only helping you in knowing your product, knowing your worth, but also in your marketing and being able to help your customers have that feeling that they're purchasing something that will really help them. And speaking of your customer, talking about your target market and who is your customer avatar is something that's very important for us. So, who is your ideal client? Who would benefit the most from your business? This isn't on here, but who not only likes you, but will buy from you, who will pay you. Here in TSP, we talk about profit over popularity. It's a whole t-shirt. So the followers are cool, the traction's cool, the impressions are cool, but are you converting to those? Are you converting those customers? Are you making them sell, or are you making them pay you for what you do? So making sure that you are targeting them, knowing who they are first, and identifying them at first. So how do you do that? How do you do that? You may be asking me how you do that. You have to study them first. Know their gender, their age, their income, what race they are, their family makeup. Where are they located? Is it regional to you? Is it local to you? Or can you serve people around the world? What are their pain points? Going back to what I just mentioned earlier in terms of problems. Also, their spending preferences. Obviously, we would love somebody who likes to, spend a couple bucks. But if they're more cheaper, how do you cater to those needs and cater to those preferences, as I would like to say? Their interests. What are they interested in? What do they like? And what excites them? Also, what stresses them out as well? Taking them through a feelings roller coaster and making sure that you are marketing the fact that you are actually solving those pain points and those stresses. And also, aside from this, know where they are, how to reach them, their social media. What social media platforms are they on the most? What media outlets do they look at the most? Don't spend your time marketing on Twitter when you know your customer or your avatar is scrolling away on Facebook or Instagram. Making sure that you are knowing who they are so then you can market them in the places that they are consistently. And once you do that, you're able to bring them closer through community. Once you identify them, you then bring them close into your group. As they become customers, we have our own Facebook group, which is Girls Natural Hair Care and Confidence by Gabby Goodwin, plug. But through that, we're able to create a safe space, a safe environment for moms to learn about natural hair, how they can care for their daughter's hair, how they can learn how to trim, learn how to style, do different types of braids and twists and things of that sort. So making sure that they have a community to where they can share their pain points, their wins, their losses, in places where they feel welcome and they feel as though it is home. Also, through challenges. Challenges are becoming very popular when it comes to Facebook and YouTube and things of that sort. So you might as well jump on it. So making sure that you are sharing your expertise and what you know, and that you're also able to bring people together in a certain group at a certain period of time to help them learn more, and then you can even upsell them at the end to an even bigger product, even bigger service, or anything of that sort as well. So making sure that you are first identifying them, studying them where they are, and then bringing them closer through community. Once you have them and have that community, you listen to them. And you listen to their needs, you listen to their wants and what they desire in products. For us, the barrettes are great. They're great products, but at the same time, for our customers, usually you just have to buy them once and don't really have to buy them again because they work so well, unless you're trying to get different colors or different designs. And for us to continue to gain more customers through the bows, we would have to create more designs, create more colors, and that's really expensive, especially if my product people know. You gotta go molds, you gotta do a whole bunch of stuff that takes a lot of time and a lot of money. So instead of just racking up a big acquisition cost, you learn and listen to your customers and try to figure out what you can do with what the customers that you have. So with our products, with our customers, they will be like, the bows are great, the hairstyles that I create are amazing, but my child's hair is a mess to detangle. The tangling process is crazy. There's people crying. There's people whining. How many of y'all, if y'all have young children, if the detangling process is a complete mess? We have a story. One of our customers, the little girl would physically hide the brushes from her mom because she did not want to get her hair detangled. So that was a big issue. There was also problems with moisture in child's hair as well. Many people are like, I don't think my girl's hair is moisturized enough. So we listened to them and we're like, oh, okay. Then we could create a detangling and conditioning milk to where that little girl now brings the brushes and the milk to her mom and is like, I'm ready for wash day, I'm ready for detangling. To where we're able to create our moisturizing style cream and have amazing results with our products and with our customers. So making sure that you're continuing to listen to them and continuing to innovate. A successful business listens and caters to needs constantly. Also, there is a pretty low demand, a pretty low absence of girls' natural hair care stylists. Even when I wouldn't say growing up because I still am, but when I was littler, and I was trying to do my hair, I'm trying to get people to do my hair. It was hard to find people because it takes a lot of time, it's tedious, you have to have a lot of patience, and not a lot of hairstylists like that. You want to just get them and go, get them and go. And we saw that not only with my personal experience, but also with our customers as well. They're talking about how they have to do hair at home because there isn't somebody who, can do their hair or can do their girl's hair. And I mean, we, selling the products, hey, you can use our products at home. But also for our local community, we wanted to create something that helped them and solve their needs. So with our salon that we have now, we're able to serve our local community with girls' natural hair care solutions. And it's not only a place where they can get their hair done and feel confident, but it's a 360 experience to where they can not only see themselves and be like, oh, I feel pretty, but also see somebody who's creating a business, who is working not only a brand, but the confidence brand, because that's what our name is. So them not only feeling confident in themselves, but also them able to see the business confidence grow and move as its own. So making sure that we are continuing to innovate, pushing out ideas, giving them places to where they can, or giving them products, services to where they can always feel at home with our business. And I have an example for us, it's Girl Boss London. When I met her, she was about 4 or 5 years old. She was already using the product, but we were in a retail store. We had a retail opportunity, and we're going to different meet and greets every single weekend. The grind don't stop. And and we met her, and she loved the bows. Her mom loved the bows. They continued to purchase from us, and we were able to grow a good and loyal relationship with them. And as you cultivate them, you first identify them, saying, hey, these people could be purchasing from this store. How about we try to gain the attraction from them? Then we bring them closer through community. She was one of our first followers as we started to grow out of our own local area, but just regionally and nationally. She was one of the first girl bosses in our Mommy Me Entrepreneurship Academy, where girls are able to have their own businesses under our brand. So, thank you. She was one of those people who continued to go along with us. And then, going from the barrettes to then the academy, she moved on to the hair products in the salon, and she was one of the first clients for our salon as well. So you first identify them, knowing who they are and where to reach them. You create community and bring them in, allowing them to have not all the access, because customers don't need all the access, but making sure that they have a place of welcome and a community to where they can come, and then you're bringing them along as you continue to innovate. And as Aaliyah said, they go on and on and on, because their love, money, is one in a million. So making sure that they you are continuing, again, to identify your customers, cultivate them through relationships and groups and community, and then creating more products that continue to serve and innovate as well. My third and final point is to build your own buzz. How many of y'all saw me on the reel in like 2016, 17? Thank you. And that was my first major national TV appearance. And you can see from that picture, it's weird because I look like I'm scowling, like I don't want to be here. I was so grateful to be there. I was just like, okay. You know, just getting into that room, it's like, oh, this is nice. But how we got onto the show is kind of unorthodox. My mom, you know, granted, people in California, shout out to the West Coast, are on, you know, PST, so they're 3 hours behind. So my mom gets an email at 10 p.m. at night. You know, I'm asleep because I don't play about my sleep. But my mom is, I guess, doing work or something. And she's like, and she gets an email saying, can we call you from some producers? And she's like, okay. So she gets on this call and later finds out that they're producers from The Real. And they want to host a kind of kid Shark Tank hosted by some kid entrepreneurs that had some traction at the time. And as they continue to learn more about my business, granted I'm 2 years into the business at this time, they're like, oh, you're a bit too advanced for what we're looking for. But they were so impressed with my story that they continued to keep in touch, and we actually were able to have our own segment on the show by myself, not with any other kids, but just being able to be in that room. Thank you. I have my own segment called Girl Empowered. And my mom was like, so how did you find us? Apparently, or basically, they were searching up the hashtag kidpreneur, you know, kid entrepreneurs mixed together. And who kept popping up? I did, because every single post that we had about every single day had the hashtag kidpreneur under it. And once you continue to consistently post, use hashtags, that helps you build your own buzz. It's not just you're doing it just to do it, but that can lead up to things over time. So how you're able to create your own buzz, consistently post on social media, doing all the things. I don't know if Monterey's in here, but if y'all were here at Live last year, or not last year, it seems, well, it was last year. Last summer, y'all know that she was talking about doing all the things. So the reels, the lives, the TikTok, the YouTube, the post, the stories, all those different types of things that you have access to, you should use to your advantage. Use hashtags that people are constantly looking for. In my instance, it was kidpreneur. So making sure that you're constantly using those hashtags consistently, not too big, not too small, but in that median range to where people can actually look at your content and you can gain traction from that. Also, write your own press releases. Don't wait for somebody like Black Enterprise to write your article for you. Write them yourself, because if you do that, you're able to not only gain local press, but you're also able to, as they build up over time, get regional press and get national press and then even international. So go after and appreciate that local coverage. Look at the different radio stations that are near you, the different TV stations that are near you, the magazines, the newspapers, and whatever you may have to make sure that you are building your own buzz. And also, one thing that I also want to mention is build relationships, maintain those relationships. They can be in this room. A lot of y'all saw my family's last Black Enterprise article that was written by the Ashley Kirkwood. Like, the Ashley Kirkwood. So making sure that you are maintaining those relationships with people around you, because you never know where they have buzz and traction and where they can take you. So learning about those things, research your hashtags. That's something that we did or we've done in the past, and that's tremendously helped us, is being sure that you are looking up those different hashtags and using ones that are specific to your niche and the people that you're trying to look for. So, review. What is number one? Number two? And number three? Yes, so take those different things, the different nuggets, Nugget. Where you at? I'm gonna need Mrs. Go ahead. Nugget. But I hope they were nuggets. But I see y'all. Also, hi to the virtual ballroom lounge. Like to see y'all as well. Hey. I need to address them as well. But hopefully that you've been able to take all of these success secrets and even tweak them in certain ways that you may be using them. You might know your target market, but who exactly are you trying to target? I mean, even with Mr. Freddie, I don't know where you're at, but y'all probably have heard the story of Gladys. Y'all know naming her or him or whoever it is and making sure that you're knowing exactly who it is that you're targeting so you can build your own buzz around it and solve that problem along with it. I have a huge announcement for you all. That I can't tell you until January 31st. Aww. There is something really big happening on February 31st. And it is a big, huge deal, big, huge announcement. But we cannot tell you until January 31st. Everybody say boo. I'm just playing. Don't boo them, because I don't want to do that. But everybody just shh. So, what I do need you to do is either scan the QR code or text support Gabby to this number, 883-458-1076, and you'll be able to get a calendar reminder on February 1st for the thing that we are going to be announcing on January 31st. So, I'm telling y'all, this is a huge thing. I'm not just trying to lead y'all on to something. But we really want y'all support. We really need you all support. So please help us in this huge announcement, this huge feature that we'll be having. And yeah, I'm gonna give you all a few seconds because I still got some time left. But add the reminder to your calendar and also be prepared for February 1st. But know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Since we've been having church for the past 2 days. So I'm gonna come up with my own thing. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things with Christ who strengthens me. So, hey, I got y'all. So, it's in the scriptures. Y'all can do whatever y'all imagine to do, whatever you would dream to do. If you see me hitting 6 figures by 6th grade, why can't you? If you see a lot of these people coming up getting 6-figure awards, 7-figure awards, 8-figure awards, why can't you? So know that you can do anything if you put your mind to it, if you have the right mindset, if you have the right strategies, if you have the right execution or the work to put in the execution. So making sure that you know that, believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. If you don't have the confidence, if you don't have the courage, if you don't have the tenacity to go after what you want, nobody else will follow up with that. So making sure that you are being confident. People might have looked at me like, what is this little girl doing here in a room full of white, bald men talking about hair care products? She don't know what she's talking about. But I had confidence in myself. I had tenacity. I had a dream. So if you believe in that, you'll be able to succeed in that. Try your best. I know for me, thank y'all. I'm a student still, so class of 2025, yeah. But my parents have always told me to try my best. So I'm going after whatever I want with the best effort that I have. So continue to do that, especially as you execute on your ideas this weekend and throughout this entire week. And y'all heard it on the video, but a quote that I came up with is no, it's just an abbreviation for next opportunity. So after 1 no, 2 no's, 3 no's, 1,000 no's, whatever, however many no's you get, just know if you keep pushing and keep going towards that next opportunity, that it will be right around the corner. So if you want to connect with us, you can go to @Gabby Bows on all social media platforms. You can connect with us at www.gabbybows.com. You can book me as a speaker. You can buy my products. You can connect with us, send us an email. But we would love to, if you can catch me around this conference without everybody swarming me at once, I greatly appreciate it, though. I will be glad to take any pictures, any videos, whatever you might need. But connect with us, with me and my family as well. But thank you so, so much for this opportunity, and I'm so thankful. Thank you.